Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. I want to welcome you today to the grads of Team Tiny Lucky Hop. Team Tiny is a group of small craft channels that have gotten together to help each other reach that first big milestone, 1,000 subscribers. When you pass that milestone, you're able to join the grads of Team Tiny Facebook group and join in many of their hops. This month's hops theme is Lucky in honor of the upcoming St. Patrick's Day holiday. Be sure to click on hashtag grads of Team Tiny Lucky in the video title to see all of the other videos in today's hop. I encourage you to watch all of the videos in the hop because I know there will be more inspirational projects for you to see. If you haven't already, please be sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button and bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload a new video. For my project today, I just had to get out this new to me stamp set from Colorado Craft Company and do a little watercoloring. I've been on a bit of a watercolor kick lately, and I can see the improvements every time I put my brush to paper. And hey, if I can do this, you can too. So get out those watercolors that have been sitting on a shelf and give it a try. So anyway, I'm going to be making a card using this lovely little stamp set. To start off with, I decided I wanted to do a watercolor wash for the background. So I've got just a piece of Strathmore watercolor paper here, and I'm going to be using, I think for this part, I'm going to just use my Artist Loft watercolor set. I mean, you guys know I've been using this one as I'm trying to learn a bit more about how to watercolor and all of that, and this one is a fairly cheap set. I think it's about like $10 over at Michael's. And what I decided I wanted to do on the background, I'm probably going to do a couple to pick out which one I like better. I want to do kind of a rainbow. So we're thinking, you know, St. Patrick's Day, we've got all the green and all, but we've also got the leprechauns with their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So I thought it might be nice to have a kind of a rainbow kind of thing in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of those real quick. Just put a watercolor wash, just some clear water down on my panel. Now I'm not taping this one down because this is going to be pretty quick and I'm not going to put a lot of color or a lot of water on there. So let me go ahead and start off with, I think I'm going to start off with some yellow. I don't have any of these wet down yet, so let me just add a little water to those. I'm not sure which color of yellow I want to use. So I'll use some yellow, some reds, some blue, and of course those things that go in between. So I'm just spraying some of this down to give it a chance to move a little bit. I think I'll start off with this medium color, kind of brightish color of yellow, and I think I'll start with that down here at the bottom. And it's actually brighter than I was expecting, but that looks nice. Next, I'm going to just pick out, I think I'm going to go with this red. I'll go ahead and start with that kind of in the middle and just let it kind of blend down. And then I will pick out one of the blues. I'm going to go ahead and just hit this with my heat tool to help it dry a little bit, and then I'll go back over with a second coat. And I'm thinking that actually looks pretty nice even for like a sunset, like the early stages of a sunset. That's pretty nice. I like it. But this time I think I'm going to go in with this darker shade of yellow and bring it up a little more into the red area. Okay, and then I'll go back in with that same red. I like that one. I think that's pretty much the right tone. Although, this one might make it a little... That's going to make it too dark. Bring it up some into the blue and down some into the yellow.
Okay, and then let's get some of the blue. I think I'm going to go with a brighter blue this time. And bringing it down into the red, get us a tone of purple there. And while that side dries, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some orange. I don't really like that bold line right there, so let's see if I can get that to kind of blend out a little bit more with some yellow. That looks pretty good. And go ahead and start working on a second panel and see what happens with it, see how I like it. Actually, I think for this one I'm going to use the other set that I have from Artist Loft, which are the pearlescent. So that would be kind of interesting. And I'll do basically the same idea. Start off with the yellow and work my way to blue. This is really pretty, but it's really light. You can hardly see it. It's actually coming through pretty decently over the camera, which I do like. But I think I do want it a bit darker than that, or a little bolder. So let me go ahead and go over it one more time with those same colors. Okay, so let me go ahead and start drying that. So I'm going to be stamping using my Tim Holtz stamp platform and my DIY sticky grid. And again, I am stamping with Versamark ink. And I probably should have used my powder tool, which of course I forgot. But since it's WOW embossing powder, it should be mostly okay. Plus, since it is clear, it's not going to leave random spots everywhere. Okay, that looks like it covered pretty well. Let's go ahead and hit that with my Marvy heat gun. Well, sorry about that, guys. I didn't know that I hadn't hit the button to record. Okay. So let me go ahead and start on the other card, the other panel. And I'm going to do the same. Oh, this one I use the pearlescent. So I'm going to go ahead and use the pearlescent again for this one. Let's go ahead and start on these balloons. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit that with my heat gun. Go back in with a second layer of the skin tone. Okay, Okay, and now I can go in with a shade of green for part of his kilt. Actually, for his shirt. And since the balloons are pretty much dry, you shouldn't have any kind of problem with this being over near them. Plus the embossing lines really help so you don't really go out of the lines too badly. I mean, I am intentionally coloring over the lines to bring all the different areas together, but it does, like I say, it does help. And I've got to clean up the socks. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that is pretty good for a first run. I did go ahead and put some water into this. It's kind of a blue-green, and I'm going to add that to his kilt. Okay, that looks a little more interesting for his tartan. And now I'm going to go back in with a little more of this darker green, just so that I can try to add a little, I guess, a different additional color to these balloons. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to try doing, not good with mixing my colors, so I'm going to give this a shot. So I'm just going to start off with that lighter green, and then I'm going to grab some of this blue green. Just adding it to these shadow areas. I think that does add a little better for that shadowing, so that looks a little better. So let me go on and do some more with that. And then, like I did on the other card, I'm going to bring in a little bit of just regular water so it can have a chance to kind of fade out. I think that is looking pretty good. I trimmed the panels down a little and added them to a couple of card bases. That finishes up this card for today. I hope that this video inspires you to get busy and create something great. And I would love to see what you create, so come join my Facebook group, Crafting with Debbie, and show us your creations. I've left a link down in the description box below. Be sure to check out all the other crafters in the hop, because I know they will have a lot of inspirational projects for you to see. Here are some other videos that you may be interested in. Thank you so much for dropping by, and remember, if I can make it, you can too.